Good morning, children. Welcome to today's science class. Today we are going to learn another new topic, and as usual, this topic is also going to be an interesting topic. And already you got the links for these topics so that you don't have much difficulty in understanding it. By now, you all know the uses of plants and how useful are plants for us, human beings and animals. You all know. So now some more factors about the plants we are going to learn, that is the different kinds of plants. What are the different kinds of plants we can find? That's what we are going to learn. Already you got the links, you might have seen them all, so just it is going to be a revision for the topic already you have learned. So today we'll start block 3, kinds of plants. Yes, kinds of plants. So you all know that how useful are plants, and we know that we can find plants everywhere. Yes, okay, if you take the earth is made up of land and water. So we can find plants on the land also, we can find the plants in the water also. Yes, no children, everywhere plants are there, different varieties of plants are there, and they are differ from each other. All the plants are not the same. Some are small, big. These all things already you know. So today we are going to start with the activity as usual. But for today's activity, you have to take open your workbook. X1 Block 3 S1 workbook. If you open, there are two pictures, children. So you can see the two pictures. The first picture you can see, picture A, you can see some plants are there. Even picture B also some plants are there. Just you all have a look at it, and you can try to say how they are different. Picture A plants and picture B plants, how are they different? Very good, children. As soon as seeing, you all are able to identify that picture A plants are taken care by the people. It is inside the home. Yes, it's inside the home and it is taken care by the human beings, some people. And picture B plants are in the forest. Yes, no children, in the activity you are able to see picture A and picture B. Both the picture have plants. Yes, no children, both have plants. But how are they different from each other? Picture A plants are planted by people. Yes, they have brought it, and they are on the pots, and they are watered by them. They are taken care by them. If weeds are there, they are removed and very well taken care by the people. Yes, because it is in our surroundings only. It is inside the home, even near the home also it is taken care. If in our own garden, we will take care of the plants, right? But picture B plants, you see, they are in the forest, and it is not planted. We cannot go into a forest and we cannot plant, and we cannot take care. Forest area, they grow on their own. Yes, so like this we have learned something else also. Do you remember? Yes, we have learned domestic and wild animals. Yes, children. So domestic animals, they live with the people and they are taken care by the people, and also we will completely food, everything we will provide for the domestic animals. But when you talk about the wild animals, they will find their own food, they will grow on their own. Here also same, children. The picture A is the domestic plants. Domestic plants, they are taken care by people. By people, and they are planted by people, taken care by people, watered by people, weeds are removed by the people. When you talk about the domestic plants, so where we can find the domestic plants surrounding us, sometimes inside our home also, as you see in the picture of S1 of block 3. But when you come to the picture B, they are the wild plants. So once you hear wild, you know that they will grow on their own. They grow on their own. They are not plant. Both plants prepare their own food, but they are not taken care. Nobody will go to the forest and remove the weeds. Nobody will trim the leaves, or there is no care given to them, but they grow on their own, and they are the wild plants. So when you talk about the domestic plants, they are the plants which we see surrounding us and which we keep in our garden, or which inside our home or outside our home, taken care by us. So plants, so many varieties you have learned in the lower classes, right? But one more way also we can classify the plants. This is another way of classifying the plants. Some of them are domestic plants, some of them are wild plants. So when will you call them domestic plants? When it is taken care by the people, weeds are removed by the people. Weeds removed by the people. Near to that, any unwanted plants are going, removed by people, and planted by people. That is very important. Planted. Who has planted it? Planted. The seeds are sown or planted and taken care by the people. Weeds removed by the people. Watered by people. So all these are done by the people who need it. Yes, even the crops grown in the farmer grows, he takes care of it, or else it will not grow on its own. But when it comes to the wild plants, they are not planted. They are not planted by people. They grow on their own. They grow on their own. They are called as wild plants. Forest, you can see wide variety of plants are seen in the forest. So many examples you can give for domestic plants, no, which you will keep in our home. Yes, no, children? So you can give money plant or even the trees. Yes, if you have a very big place, very backyard you have, we have some jamun trees, mango trees, neem trees, all can be planted there. Yes, we can take care of them. Wild plants, so many varieties, sir. Different types of small to big varieties of plants will be. We don't know which will give us wood, say teak, sal, sishe, mahogany. Remember in the previous lesson. So all these are, we learned also, they will be rubber, all will be growing in the forest, we'll go collect and we will use it for different purposes. Both are important. So do you feel that only domestic plants are important, children? No, by now you know that how important are plants. They bring the, even forest also is so important, and they also help in different ways. No, we get many things from the plants which grow in the forest. That is the wild plants also. Both of them are important. Domestic or wild, both are going to be important for us. Yes, children, domestic plants and the wild plants. So wild plants, we will plant. What for we'll plant, children? When you want to plant, you want to grow plants in our home, we know the uses. Tulsi plant you want to grow, or you want to grow a neem tree in your backyard. You know the value of it. You know how they are going to be useful to you. So as they are useful only, we'll grow. Yes, by knowing the uses, we will grow, we'll plant it, we'll take care of it. Even if animals are coming and trying to eat, we will protect them from that also, and we'll give a very good care to grow those plants. Yes, and we'll give manure to it. Yes, then only it will grow very well. But if you take the wild plants, they are not planted by human beings. We are not giving any extra care. There is no much extra care is given to it. They will grow on their own. But as I said, both are important. Yes, no, children, domestic plants also give us many things, and also wild plants also give us many things. So both of them are important. So for this domestic plants, you can write any examples which you see surrounding you, why they are being grown, how they are helpful to them. And same way wild plants, by now you know so many plants which you are getting from forest and how they are useful to us. Yes, no, children, bamboo trees, mahogany, sal, teak, like that you can write some more and you can understand better. Yeah, there is a even in your textbook you can see the picture of different plants are there, so that you will understand more about the wild and the domestic plants. Yes, this is about sorting the plants based on how, whether they are planted by human beings or they are taken care, or are they going on their own. Coming to the another very interesting part. You all know that earth is made up of land and water. And as I told in the beginning of the class, plants grow on land and also in the water. So we can see two types of plants. If you take the complete earth, some are the plants which grow on the land, some will grow in water. So today's class we are also going to learn about the plants which will grow on the land. Yes, children. So plants which are growing on the land. So if you take the landscape, you will be learning in the social also. Land is not the same in all places. Yes. So some places are dry places like deserts. Some all the time rain and swampy places are there. Some are hilly and mountain areas. Yes. So the land, the name is one only, but the land is divided into different types of the land. The form is different. Yes. So according to the land form and weather conditions there, we can find a particular variety of plants in the each landscape, each part of the land what we discuss. So we'll start learning about how are the plants growing, how are they able to live there. Yes, children. So today plants On land. So on the land we can find different types of plants, but they differ. So now first we'll take hills and mountains. So some places the land is found as hills or mountains. Sometimes we see the land as desert areas. Sometimes they are swampy, that is all the time water and rainy and completely the soil is filled with water. So first we learn about these three, then we will move on to the other varieties of plants also. See the hilly areas, how the hill will be, you know the high, it will be high, mountains will be there, hills are, the land is high there, yes. So there will be heavy rainfall, sometimes snow also will be there. So the plants growing there will be of cone shape like pine, spruce. You can see in your textbook pictures. In your textbook you can see the pictures, they are given you the pine and all. So you can see how they are, and they have they have the cone shaped they will be cone shaped trees, and also they have needle like leaves. Why needle like leaves? These needle like leaves will help them to throw the water, whichever is always there will be raining there because of the altitude high. So there will be raining or snowfall will be there. So if the snowfall will be on the leaf only, the leaf will get spoiled. And once you know that leaf only prepare the food, leaf is getting spoiled, the plant can't grow well. That is why these plants will have needle-like leaves, which will, whenever the water, rain water or snow falls, they can flow, they can slip and fall from the tree, so that the leaves will not get spoiled and the plants will grow well. So hills and mountains we can find cone-shaped trees, and also they'll have needle-like leaves to make them to grow well in the hills. When talking about deserts, so you all know that deserts will be very dry. They will have very less rainfall there. So they have these plants which are growing in the deserts, they should have a long deep roots to get the water. They have to go deep in the soil to get the water, because it is a dry area. And also these plants will have, the stem will be modified into leaf, or leaves will be having the thorn like, they are called as spines. The leaves have spines to protect them from the animals should not eat them, and also little water whatever they have in the leaf, that has to be saved, so that only the plant can prepare the food for itself. So that is why here we can see there will be thick leaves will be there, but the leaves will be, they are also called as succulents. That means they have the thick stem or leaf. The stem itself will be modified into leaf, so that those plants, they'll have the thorny like structure, that they are called as spines to protect the plant from the animals, and also to protect them from losing the water. The water will evaporate, and it will because very high temperature, there will be so much hot, no? So they'll have spines or thorns on their leaves to manage the water. They want to save the water to make the food. And when we talk about the swampy areas means they will be always, the soil will be filled with water. So as the soil is filled with water, these plants cannot get the roots cannot get the air. So you can see that mangrove, they are called as mangrove trees. The roots will be hanging roots. They'll have hanging roots, or the roots will be seen outside the soil, so that this will help the plant to breathe, which will help them to breathe the air from the atmosphere. Yes, children. So hills, deserts and swampy areas we have discussed. Further we will see about the plains. Plains, you can see wide variety of plants. No, children, plain is the normal where we are living. Plains. So here you can see wide, even we learned in the flowers chapter, so many flowers they will give, and there are different types. They will be round shaped. They will not be in the cone shape. Round shaped they will be, and they will have, compared to needle like and all, they have big leaves. Yes, and they will flower. Even in this cone shaped, if you see, they will not give flowers. But here you can see the wide varieties of flowers will be there. They can grow well in the plain. They will be having many leaves. Yes, children, in the plain. And also, yes, very good, the coastal areas. Coastal means near to the seashore. So seashore, near the seashore or coastal areas. So coastal areas, you all know that the water will be salty water. So the plants grow there should be able to grow in the salt water. And also they should be they will be tall too, because there will be lot of strong winds will be blowing, so that they will be tall trees. They are tall trees, and the leaves have many leaflets. Why? So that they can bear the strong winds, and the leaves will not get spoiled, and they'll be able to withstand that strong winds. And they also grow, they'll be able to grow in the salt water like coconut trees. Yes, we can see in the coastal, means near to the seashore, we can see such type of plants. So these 5 we have learned: hill areas, desert, swampy areas, plains, and also seashore. Now for this, you can, one activity what you can do, you can, after seeing the textbook, you can write the name of one plant from this. For example, see, hills and mountains, I said cone shaped, the tree will be cone shaped. Yes, so pine trees, they are also called as conifers, so they have little like leaves. So you can take one, you can name one plant and you can write about that. Yes, you can write the pine and what type of, they have cone shaped tree, it has little like leaf like that. You can write two features for per landform you can write. Next landform we learned is about the deserts. Deserts is a dry area, so they will have deep roots. Why deep roots? To get the water for the plant, because already it is very hot and they will not get the water properly. And also they will have thorns or spines to save the water. What for? To save the water from evaporation, so that the plant will be able to live in that hot place also. Swampy areas. Swampy areas where there will be always rain and full of water. The soil is full of water. They will have the hanging roots. The roots will come out of the soil to get the air. So here also you can find out one name. Mangrove trees we'll call. And here deserts, cactus. In the textbook also you have the picture of cactus. So you can write cactus and what all two modifications, what how they are able to live there, you can write for each plant. Yes, here pine I said. Next you write cactus. Cactus plants grow in deserts. They have deep roots to get the water from the soil, and also they have spines to save the water to so that they can live comfortably. Like that, here you can write mangrove trees. Then coming to the plains, you can write banyan trees, mango trees, any trees, plains, and they have the round shape. You can see bushy round shape. They'll grow. Trunk is broad, big trunks they have, and also they'll have some, or compared to this little like leaves, they have big leaves, and they will have, most of them have flowers also. And the seashore, coconut tree I said. So you can write the name and you can do this activity. Yes, children. And so today's class we have seen some 7 different types of plants. What is that? First we learnt about the domestic plants, then wild plants, and also on the land how the plants are differing. Plants which grow in the hill and mountains, plants growing in the deserts, plants growing in the swampy areas, plants that grow in the plains, and also plants that grow in the seashore. We had a brief look. All these links were sent before. So if you have the links, again you can watch, some videos are also given on this, so that you will understand better. Now coming to your worksheets, children. So when you take the worksheet, just we'll see how it is, and so that some of them which is very easy questions you can do on your own. Please take your textbook and first you read, children. After this you will take your textbook and you will read. Then only you will go for doing the S1. First question, as we discussed already, picture A and picture B. How are the domestic plants different from wild plants? Where we find domestic and wild plants? This is very simple. This you can do on your own. So first one, all of you can do on your own. Can the same plant be domestic as well as wild? Why they are asking? Yes, same plant can be wild and domestic. If you grow a rose plant, it is domestic. Yes, it is domestic plant. It is domestic. If the rose plant grow on its own, it is a wild plant. Yes, it can grow on its own also sometimes. So as I told you, neem also, it can grow on its own also. So they can become, when we take care and when we plant it, it is domestic. The same when it is growing on its own, anywhere on its own, Sometimes that also happens. No, we throw the seeds here and there. They start growing on their own. Any other example also you can give. Yes, children. Now third question you see. Giraffes are wild animals and the trees which they eat are wild plants. What is similar between wild animals and wild plants? This also I hope you can do on your own. Third you can do on your own, because wild plants and wild animals both will grow on their own and there is no extra care given by the people for them to grow. Yes, so wild plants and wild animals both will grow on their own without much extra care that you can do on your own. Fourth one you see children. Why are wild plants as important as domestic plants? Are wild? Yes, because wild plants give us oxygen. You are by now you know, because previous lesson you learned so many things. Many they give us oxygen, wood, paper, many things, no, etc. And also and help in bringing rainfall. No children? Yes, this you can, this also on your own you can try to complete this. So all the four are so simple, and already you have the again and again repeat video links are there. That also you can see and you can try to complete it on your own. Coming to the plants on land. So take the S2 children, just I help you to do the S2 also. With that you can, I hope you can complete both the sheets and be ready for the next class. Now see there, S2, there is a tableau column. Complete the table they gave. So place and its feature they gave. The desert, hot in the day, cold at night, sandy, scarcity means very less water. Physical feature that help the plants to grow here. So generally desert plants, which physical feature help the plant to grow children? They have spines in the on the leaves. Yes, they have spines on their leaves. So how it will help them? They will save water, protect plant, help to grow. So all this, the spines help the plant save water, protect the plant and also help it to grow. Which one? The spines on their leaves. Spines means like the thorns. They are not actually thorns, they are the modified leaf. Then high mountains you see, very cold and windy, and the land is very slopey. So here what type of plants you can see, what they'll have? They'll have needle like leaves. How they will help them? These will help them to make the snow or water to fall off, so that leaves will not get spoiled and they can grow well. I hope you can do on your own. Second one, swampy areas, hot and moist weather, clayey soil filled with water. So here the hanging roots, they'll have hanging roots. Why the hanging roots? They'll help them to breathe, help to breathe air, because the soil is filled with water. So there will be the plant cannot take the air. So they will help this roots which is coming out will help them to breathe, help to breathe the air. These hanging roots help the spines on leaves save water, protect plant and help to grow. Needle like leaves, I told you should do on your own. Second one you see children, mango trees usually grow in the plains. Why can a mango tree not grow in the mountains and not grow on the seaside? So this is a very interesting question. I think you can think and do. Just I'll give you the hint. See, mango trees, how they will be? They'll have flowers. They will have the big leaves. So in the mountain, if suppose the mango trees are there. If suppose the mango trees are there in the mountain, they are having big leaves. So if the snow or water is settling there, the leaves will get spoiled and they cannot grow well. That you can write. Yes, or some other reason what you can write, you think and you can write on your own. Next, if they are in the coastal areas, mango trees cannot grow in the salty water. One, so that they cannot grow there. And also they cannot, the branches will break due to the strong winds blowing there. Yes, this also you can think what I have said. On the mountains if they are there, the leaves, big leaves will hold the snow or water and the leaves will get spoiled. So they cannot grow well. And if they are on the seaside, they cannot grow in salt water and also The branches will break easily because strong winds will be blowing there, and also there will be humidity, means water vapor will be more, and that condition will not be suitable for the mango trees to grow well. So both, I hope you can complete on your own by reading the lesson and by thinking, and you can make your own sentences and complete this. And as I gave you only one work in one A4 sheet, one plant per each area, like which is having a cactus for desert, like that a hilly area means one plant, like that you give an example and write here how you are writing one modification. Try to write two or one way, one modification, one change which is helping it to grow well in that particular area, and be ready for the next class. Read the lesson, complete the work given, and be ready for the next lesson, children. Thank you, children.